Hey everyone, BadSimRacer here and welcome to another episode of BadSimRacer News Weekly Roundup, your one-stop shop for sim racing news. You might have noticed that I haven't been uploading for a while now. Fortunately, that's because I was able to travel back home for a month-long vacation to meet with friends and family that I wasn't able to see since the COVID-19 pandemic broke. Also to rest physically and mentally, taking into account that the past year and a half hasn't been kind to most of us. That means I'll have a lot of catching up to do on this episode where I'll do my best to condense and cover a whole month of sim racing related news. On this week's show, rain is coming to iRacing, the Mount Washington Hillclimb track is released, and 2 more tracks are announced. Motorsport Games announced a new WEC game coming 2023, Forza Horizon 5 map is fully revealed and much more. With that said, let's get on with the news. For a long while, iRacing users have been asking for rain in their virtual tracks, but soon their wishes will be granted, since Greg Hill, iRacing executive producer, confirmed it during the 4 Hours of Charlotte stream and later tweeted a work-in-progress screenshot of F1 car in the raining Hockenheim ring. Moving on to track announcements and releases, the Mount Washington Hillclimb was released, marking iRacing's first foray into point-to-point sprint tracks. In a unique challenge unlike any other content iRacing has released before, the Mount Washington Outdoor Road made its debut as an early access release in time for this year's Mount Washington Hillclimb. The other 2 tracks the team at iRacing are currently working on are Hungaroring and the Hickory Motor Speedway. The first one is the track that gave us this year's Turn 1 incident courtesy of Valtteri Bottas and one of the premier European racing circuits. Hungaroring has hosted early F1 races since its opening in 1986 and a variety of other disciplines such as WTCR and GT. The second track announced is the Hickory Motor Speedway located in North Carolina, that had its last NASCAR race in 1998 and is commonly referred as the world's most famous short track. Thanks a lot, Wikipedia. Following WEC CEO Gerard Neveu joining Motorsport Games as its motorsport advisor, during an interview with Motorsports.com, Mr. Neveu has announced that a WEC game is in development with a release date set for 2023. In an agreement between Motorsport Games, Le Mans, and the Automobilista Club de l'Ouest, I can tell you that we will have a dedicated video game target to launch in 2023 to coincide with the centenary of the Le Mans 24 Hours. This is under development, and we have a dedicated team working very hard on it. It will reflect the ambience of sports car racing and this magical event. I'm sure all sports car fans will find it very interesting. Very interesting indeed, Mr. Neveu. He also noted that due to the overwhelming success of last year's virtual 24 Hours of Le Mans, the event is set to return sometime during this winter. More info coming after this week's real 24 Hours race. Sticking with motorsport games, NASCAR 21 Ignition has set a release date for the 28th of October, with pre-orders already underway since the 12th of August. The simulation will be powered by Unreal Engine and Studios 397's highly acclaimed rFactor physics engine, giving users a more authentic driving experience, immersive gameplay, dynamic AI, and stunning visuals. The game will feature a comprehensive career mode and online races up to 40 players. NASCAR 21 Ignition is set to be released on the PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. In rFactor 2 news, the sim that keeps on giving, there's a massive amount of new content added and updates deployed since the last BSR News Weekly Roundup, so let's just dig into it. First, the team at Studio 397 added 2 alternative layouts to the recently released Monza circuit. The Junior circuit, opened in 1958 and originally called Pista Junior, is a shorter variation of the Italian circuit, and it's intended for slower, more nimble machines, adding a very different dynamic to what everyone is used to when talking about Monza. The second layout added, the Grande circuit, is the complete opposite of slow, having the turn 1 chicane removed and allowing players to go full throttle from the exit at Parabolica all the way down to Variante. If you already own the Monza DLC, then the circuit variations will be added at no additional cost. The rFactor 2 July update was also deployed, and it's really a doozy. The massive update brings linked sessions to the game that allows the player to remain within the same server and engage in multiple sessions without having to leave. Paul Jeffrey also states that the team can now explore the possibility of introducing reverse grids of different types and carry real road settings from one session to the next, helping us fully recreate a progressive format where weather and track conditions continue evolving from one session to the next. You can read the full build update notes by clicking the link in the description where general, graphical, user interface, live stream overlay, and modding adjustments are all detailed. The Tatuus MSV F3 020 2020 was also added added to the game for free and you can download it through the Steam Workshop. It's the BRDC Formula 3 Championship car that's able to produce 230 horsepower, and its performance is very similar to what you can find in the FIA F3 and W Series cars. The Formula Pro car was also updated with improved FFP vibrations, better tire degradation spread, and a slight step increase in degradation per compound. The RS zones were also added to the Silverstone GP and Indianapolis GT circuit layouts. Finally, the USF 2000 got a physically based rendering, or PBR refresh. The car was released into the sim all the way back in 2016, and it's an rFactor 2 mainstay for lower part formulas. The update is free of charge through the Steam Workshop. Razer Studios' Automobilista V1.2.2.0 was released by the end of July, and the update brings back the Salvador Street Circuit and introduces the mighty 1974 Porsche RSR 3.0 as the initial entry to the GT Classics class. Apart from the Salvador circuit, there's a new alternate layout for the Qashqai circuit, which in reality is just rebranded as Estoril really, so yeah, and alternative layouts for the famed Interlagos circuit. There's also a slew of important improvements presented in the latest update, ranging from user interface, HUD, physics to tracks and vehicles. You can check out the full patch notes by clicking the respective link in the description below. The modding team at RSS have released the next iteration of the 2022 Formula Car mod for Assetto Corsa. Mike Smith, or SimRacing604 as you might know him from his content on YouTube, reports that the RSS Formula Hybrid X 2022, released originally in early 2020, has now been bundled with an Evo version. This Evo version is made to emulate the 2022 F1 car performance and specs, given that the mod was built having in account the latest technical information available. True to their real-life counterparts, the X and the X Evo show a noticeable drop in overall performance versus the outgoing models, and you can safely expect to be several seconds slower per lap compared to the Formula Hybrid 2021. The latest version of the Formula Hybrid X 2022 is now available for purchase from the RaceSim Studio website, along with several well-celebrated mods like the previously released Formula RSS cars, as well as Nascar and GD cars. These are extremely high-quality car mods that rival and are even able to surpass anything that the team at Kuno Simulazione have thrown at AC. Support the hard-working guys at RSS by having a quick look at what I have on offer. The link to the shop is down in the description. In Gran Turismo news, the Hyundai Motor Group announced at a special event during the Monterey Car Week that 3 of their cars will soon be making their debut on the Polyphony Digital Marquee franchise, Gran Turismo. According to the GT Planet article written by Andrew Evans, each of the 3 models slot into existing vehicle brackets for Gran Turismo Sport, with a Vision Gran Turismo car, Group 4 and Group 3 race cars. The Group 4 and Group 3 cars are based on the Genesis G70 Sport Sedan model, which was introduced to the general public back in 2018, and had a visual refresh last year that included design cues from the GV80 luxury cross SUV, while the third car, the VGT concept, is still unclear what it will look like in its final form, since the brand brought to the show 3 distinct shapes: Alpha, Bravo and Charlie. There's no specified release date, and it's not yet clear if the car will make its debut in GD Sport or in the recently delayed GD7. Speaking of GD7, Herman Hulst, the head of PlayStation Studios, just nodded to the fact that GD7 is also coming to the PS4. During a Q&A interview conceded to the official PlayStation blog, Hulst was asked the following question: how does the PS4 factor into PlayStation Studios' development vision? Is it still a focus internally for future game development? Answering with, it very much is. You can't build a community over 110 million PS4 owners and then just walk away from it, right? I think that'd be bad news for fans of PS4 and frankly not very good for business. Where it makes sense to develop a title for both PS4 and PS5, for Horizon Forbidden West, the next God of War, GD7, we'll continue looking at that. And if PS4 owners want to play that game, then they can. If they want to go on and play the PS5 version, that game will be there for them as well. Which is a great and a massive disappointment at the same time. Great because more people can play the game than just PS5 owners, and a disappointment because it's not a next-gen only title, and I'm sure that certain concessions for the game to properly run on 80-year-old hardware will have to be made. What are your thoughts on Polyphony's approach to GD7? Is this the right move, or would you prefer to see it as a next-gen title only? Let me know in the comments below. WRC10 will be released in less than 2 weeks' time on September 10, and Nacon, publisher of the long-running franchise, just announced a little something for Colin McRae fans. The 2-door 1997 Subaru Impreza WRC will make its way into the game as a pre-order only bonus, or if you purchase the game in the first 2 weeks after launch. Apart from the aforementioned Subaru Impreza, the full list of cars is now available for consultation and will include massive fan favorites like the 999 Corolla WRC, Macchinon's Lancer Evo 5, Ari Vatana's Peugeot 205 T16 Evo, and many more. There will be 19 rally locations to choose from, 13 being from the 2021 Real World WRC and the remaining 6 from classic rallies such as San Remo, Argentina and Mexico. If the ongoing trend of delivering better and better handling and physics keeps its trajectory, this might be a contender for an all-time great rally game. Fingers crossed. Microsoft said that Forza Motorsport 7 will be removed from sale from the Microsoft Game Store and Xbox Game Pass next month on the 15th of September, following Turn 10 Studios' statement about the game having reached end-of-life status, which also means that you won't be able to purchase the available DLC either after that date. Whoever has purchased the game, fear not though, because you'll still be able to download it again along with the old purchased DLC. Players who have played the game via Game Pass and purchased DLC will receive the game for free. However, the offer is only up until 2023. Finally, now the team at Turn 10 can focus on developing the Forza Motorsport reboot announced over a year ago at E3 2020. The Forza Horizon 5 Mexico map was fully unveiled during the latest episode of Playground Games Let's Go series that leans on the game development path and answering questions from fans. The new map is a compressed, greatest hits version of Mexico, with Guanajuato working as a hub-pointed map. Other notable locations are La Gran Caldera, Tulum, Ecvaclam, Teotihuacan, Mulegé, along with many more. The game is expected to be released November 5 on Xbox consoles and PC. Now for a bit of quickfire news stories. Grid Legends showed its reveal trailer during July's EA Plays event, and the main selling point is a story mode shot in live action. I don't know, well done I guess. The game doesn't even try to hide the fact that it's gone full arcade shown by this truck ramming other cars. I mean, what are you even doing there? On the plus side, the game seems like good, harmless fun, and stars, I'm pretty sure I'm going to butcher his name, so let me just apologize in advance. Nkuti Gatwa, most known for the Netflix series Sex Education. I really like this series, by the way. Season 3 coming September 17. Go watch the previous 2 seasons if you haven't already, and if you did, just rewatch them. It's a great show. Grid Legends will be released sometime in 2022. It's true that I've been away on all this for a whole month, but you know who didn't? The team at BeamNG. During the past month, BeamNG received not 1, not 2, but 3 updates and patches that improved the overall experience with the game. The patches were deployed and with them, several improvements on vehicles, UI, cameras, traffic and much more were introduced. You can purchase BeamNG off from the Steam store. By the way, were you hoping for GTR 3 to ever see the light of day? Yeah, me too, but unfortunately that seems more unlikely with each passing day since the UK-based developer just shut down their own social media accounts early August. The next iteration of the now legendary GTR 2 most likely will never be released due to the troubled development process that the game went through since it was teased over 4 years ago in January 2017. Rest in peace SimBin, and I just want to thank you for all the good times. As reported for Polygon by Michael McWhirter, Wreckfest added a new car, 2 new tracks, and streets filled with zombies and zombie cows to plow through. The outdated visuals from the original game also made a return, transforming the game into a pixelated, gory nightmare. The 1997 themed update will bring the Eagle R car that made its debut in 2016 Carmageddon Max Damage, and 2 well-beloved vintage tracks, Bleak City and Death Canyon. Link to the full story from Polygon in the links below. To complement Art of Rally's launching on the Switch and the Xbox Game Pass, this amazing arcade racer brought to you by the good folks from Fun Selector added Kenya as a new location, and it's for free for anyone who had bought the game before the update was rolled out. Apart from the new location, players will also be able to drive 4 new cars around 6 more stages based around Lake Victoria and Mount Kenya, a free roam map set in Kenya, and 2 new songs added to its already amazing soundtrack. A PlayStation release is in the works too and is expected to launch during this summer. Season 4 of Rocket League is finally upon us. Released on the 11th of August. Season 4 of Rocket League brings us Deadeye Canyon, a brand new arena where you can wrangle your brand new outlaw car and brand new vanity items like wheels and decals with the premium Rocket Pass. Other new features that were implemented with the new Season 4 update were streamer safe music, which is being added so players can turn off copyright protected music in order to help prevent content creators from having their streams or videos delisted due to DMCA violations. Undersized party rank restrictions and improvements to casual matches will add the ability to forfeit if a teammate decides to drop from the match, just like in ranked modes. This week, we'll also see the addition of a 120Hz mode to PlayStation 5 along with a 4K quality mode and a free Ratchet & Clank bundle that includes a Ratchet & Clank Punk decal for Octane, Negatron Collider boost, Clank Balloon Topper and the Ratchet Balloon Topper. Check the full list of updates in the link below. To round up on Rocket League news, July 29 saw the 1963 Aston Martin DB5 added to the car list. The post ended up with a nice tease saying that Bond will declassify more of his garage later this year, so stay tuned for more mission briefings. So I'm just here farting from my mouth, just hoping that, you know, the guys from Rocket League will actually bring the Renault 11 from View to a Kill back to the game. Not back, but into the game would be amazing. Moving on to hardware news, Simucube just made available the TrueDrive software to all Simucube 2 owners. What is TrueDrive? It's the brand new configuration software for all Simucube 2 wheelbases that allow the user to see the device status information, manage connections to the brand's wireless wheels, adjust the safety features, tune the force feedback settings like steering angle and FFP strength. One of the most interesting features is the ability to access predefined FFP setting profiles shared by enthusiasts. Simucube profiles from different influencers, real-life drivers, and top-tier racing brands will be implemented to the TrueDriver Paddock for you to enjoy and explore in the future software releases. This is very enticing and, to be honest, seems like a game changer in terms of ease of access if you compare it to, let's say, Fanatec solution. You can read all about this release by clicking the respective link below. VPG Simlab released its latest version of the brand's dashboard add-on. According to the info on the official website, the Dashboard V 4.0 is what you need to customize your rig. It's elegant, minimalistic, and totally customizable. Everything is under control thanks to the 4.3 inch screen with 18 RGB LEDs. Standard bracket is available for SC2 and Fanatec. It works with SimHub software. The brand also teased the new iteration of their Elemento wheel, the Elemento S, with an Instagram post. Heusinkveld finally released the much-anticipated SimPedals Ultimate Plus. The SimPedals Ultimate Plus represent a significant update over the classic SimPedals Ultimate. The SimPedals Ultimate Plus are powered by Heusinkveld Smart Control, an in-house tool that allows to calibrate the pedal's output curves, dead zones, and create and share several profiles. New injection motor elastomers are offered which have zero performance degradation after a million duty cycles that will allow for unprecedented brake feel. Hydraulic dampers are used to simulate the hydraulic damping effect as seen on real clutch, brake and throttle, further enhancing reliability. For those who already own the previous Ultimate set of pedals, there's the upgrade kit available for purchase that will come with the Smart Control controller and the new brake spring elastomers. The other release from Heusinkveld was the brand new Handbrake that will replace the one currently on offer. The characteristics as stated in the official website are: our new Handbrake is a completely new design with key structural parts made of laser-cut stainless steel, with a bead-blasted or fine-structured powder coat finish combined with a solid, smooth-feeling lever, black powder-coated preload spring and black elastomers. The Handbrake is pressure sensitive. A 120 kg load cell provides a linear measurements of the force applied by the driver. The Smart Control controller is integrated inside the Handbrake, minimizing cable clutter. The Handbrake lever is adjustable to horizontal and vertical position, and you can mount the Handbrake base horizontally or vertically. For the full rundown of the Ultimate Plus pedal set and the Handbrake features, add to the respective link in the description below. Well, this one was a doozy with a whole lot of catching up on sim racing news done. You can expect me to return to my weekly format starting from next week onwards. Also, I'm planning on doing some race highlights from my Twitch channel and drop them here on YouTube. And also, I was thinking about like virtual reality content. Is that something you would be vaguely interested in? Please let me know in the comments below. And with this, we'll wrap up this week's BadSimRacer News Weekly Roundup. As always, constructive criticism is very much welcomed. Please comment down below, like this video if you liked the video, and I would really appreciate if you would subscribe as a way to help grow this channel. Doing this massively helps to get this video and channel noticed by the YouTube algorithm. You can also check my other social media in the description below, and please make sure to follow my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/BadSimRacer. Thank you for watching, have an awesome week, and I'll see you on track. Bye!